G'day everybody, this is Mr. Oz Video 1985 here with a brand new video, and this time around I'll be doing my top 10 favourite film series franchises. So, and my collection. So these are film series or movies that are in my collection. Let's get started at number 10. It is the Men in Black film series. Of course, the Men in Black film series started back in 1997 with Men in Black, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. The first film is in the series, follows the exploit of Agent J and K and a top secret organization established to monitor and police alien activities on the Earth. A great film, a great kind of comedy kind of thing. Science fiction action comedy, and of course it led into another Men in Black 2 in 2002, and just recently Men in Black 3 in 2012. This was the 2012 one, is when Jay had to go back in time to save Agent K's life and the fate of the Earth. Of course, this is kind of a time traveling, because Will Smith's character has to go back in 1969 to stop an alien called Boris. And I thought it was a great one, a great movie as well. So hopefully there will be another Men in Black 4 coming out. So, Men in Black number 10. At number 9, it is Shrek films. Of course, the Shrek film sourced from DreamWorks Animation, and established 4 films with the Shrek in 2001, Shrek 2 in 2004, Shrek 3 in 2007, and Shrek Forever After in 2010. Plus, it led into a spin-off film called with Puss in Boots in October 2011. And the series of Shrek was the greatest financial success, being the 7th highest grossing franchise of all time. So pretty good. And Shrek really takes it with this called Shrek the Ogre. He's voiced by Mike Myers, and just fantastic. It takes really established of all the fairy tale creatures, and you had all like Humpty Dumpty, had all these fairy tale creatures we have in different kinds of other fairy tales, and put them in together with this thing. Of course, you had Donkey, voiced by Eddie Murphy. You had Princess Fiona, voiced by Cameron Diaz, and just a great films. All those ones are. And of course, later on you had another characters, Puss in Boots, voiced by so hold on just a minute. Voiced by Antonio Banderas, and just great films. All these films were, the first 4 original films, plus the sequel, or kind of a spin-off, Puss in Boots in 2011. So yes, Puss in Boots. Shrek, number 9, and my favorite film series. At number 8, it is the Superman films, or 4 films with Christopher Reeve as Superman. Of course, the first Superman film was in 1978, and it really established the mainstream popularity of superhero film franchises at the time. Really, Superman really took Superman took the superhero genre, and as it is strong today, with likes of the new Batman films, and with the Avengers and all that, it really led the beginning of that. Superman films, I enjoy all four films, including the Christopher Piece, the last one, which a lot of people don't really like that much. Even the likes of Superman Returns is another one that I really like as well. But Superman films, and to me, and of course the next year with the new Superman Man of Steel coming out, it's going to be very interesting. Because Superman Returns, really, it really wasn't it really wasn't a reboot. It wasn't really a thing. It was really, I don't know what you would class Superman Returns as. Because funny thing about it, around the time Superman Returns was shown in the movies, it was probably around the same time that the reboot of the Batman franchise was about. So I don't know why they decided to go down that road with it, with Superman Returns, rather than just doing a reboot. But yeah, that's the way things are. So Superman films, the four original films with Christopher Reeve, and the Superman Returns. It's my number 8 pick. At number 7, it is the Batman movie franchise. Yes, the first four movie first four films, the two Christopher Nolan Batman films, and the other ones, Batman 1989, Batman Returns, of course, 1992, Batman Forever, Batman Robin 1997. All those Batman films were fantastic. I know a lot of the first two Batmans in 1989 and 1992 with the Tim Burton versions were more darker tone Batman, more than it was shown in the 60s version television series, even the thin. Batman's one of those icons that it really took the whole thing about Batman and brought to the screen. And of course, because the first two films, Batman was played by Michael Keaton, which I thought he did a fantastic job as Batman. Of course, in the 1995, you had it was Val Kilmer portrayed Batman and Bruce, and of course, soon you had in the 1997 Batman Rob, which is a movie that I can see it is pretty silly. It really wasn't a very. It really took from what it was the first three films to be more comedy and more like the 60s version of Batman. Of course, it wasn't until 2005 when we had the Christopher Nolan's series of Batman films called Batman Begins. Of course, we had that with Christian Bale as Batman and Bruce Wayne. Fantastic, really showed how Batman began, and how he became Batman. Then you had the 2008 Dark Knight, fantastic, and just recently Dark Knight Rises, the 2012, another fantastic. And to me, almost, especially with film series or movie franchises, you normally have one or two. If you do if you're more than three movies, there's normally one that is not good as one, but I thought both those three films were fantastic. So yes, Batman, number 7. At number 6, it is the Planet of the Apes movie series. Of course, Planet of the Apes started way back in 1968 with the original, starring Charlton Heston as an astronaut. With 3 astronauts who landed on this planet that is ruled by apes. Because in the mix of the film, 2 of his other friends gets killed, and Charlton Heston's character has to be trying to survive. But the funny thing about it is all the humans that were in the planet can't speak, and when um, and when Taylor speaks, they're all shocked and then quiet. But yes, it is a very good story because it's based of a novel as well. And I really think that at the end of the movie, which it showed that it wasn't on a different planet, it was on Earth, millions and millions of years in the future. Of course, that led to other films. They had the Beneath Planet of the Apes. Then you had Beneath. You had Escape from the Planet of the Apes when Zira and Cornelius escapes from the planet and arrives on Earth in the past. Then you had the Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. Then you had the Battle for the Planet of the Apes. And then in 2001, we had a kind of remake of the original with Planet of the Apes, the Tim Burton version, which I enjoy very much. I know a lot of people don't seem to like it as much, but I very enjoy it. Then it wasn't until 2011 when they decided to do a reboot of the franchise with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which I thought was a fantastic film. And they are scheduled to do another one, a sequel to Rise, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which will be released in 2014. Of course, the Planet of the Apes also had other TV series, 1974 as well. So yes, that is my number 6 pick. At number 5 is a series that is a movie series that recently been in the news. Of course, I'm talking about Star Wars, which of course over the last week, as we've learned that Disney has bought the Star Wars franchise from George Lucas. But yes, Star Wars. I enjoy Star Wars. I enjoy all 6 films. Of course, the original with New Hope in 1977. You got Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Of course, the original. Then you had the prequels: Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. I enjoy all those films. I can see why a lot of people don't like the prequels, but yeah, as it is, I'm not saying that I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I like it. I enjoy the fantasy kind of the elements to it, and the great stories, great characters. You got Dark Vader. You had the Force. You had Yoda. You got and all those fantastic characters. So Star Wars, my number 5 pick. At number 5 is a film series that I just recently got into. It is the James Bond films. All 22 films, and 23rd because of the new one. Of course, all these James Bond is a character based off Ian Fleming's books. And basically, it is about this British secret spy called James Bond. And yes, James Bond has been played by numerous actors over the years. You had Sean Connery playing the role with the first one with Dr. No in 1962. Of course, he left after the. Then you had Russia with Love, Goldfinger, Thunderbolt, and You Only Twice, and he left. And then you had another actor, George Lazenby, done on Her Majesty's Secret Service in 1969. Sean Connery came back in 1971 with Diamonds Forever. Then you had Roger Moore, that was in the role from 1973 to 1985. You had Timmy Dalton came in from 87 to 89. Then you got Pierce Brosnan comes in 1995 to 2002. Then just recently, the James Bond's films have been rebooted, or reboots, in 2006 with Casino Royale, and up to its current film Skyfall. As it I've seen up to from Doctor No through until probably I'm just starting watching Diamonds for Forever, and I've just watched Casino Royale, so I still got plenty of ones to watch. But James Bond films franchise, fantastic, and hopefully I'll be able to watch all those the remaining movies, and I'll be doing kind of mini reviews for all of those films as well. So that's James Bond, my number 4 picked. At number 3 on my list of my top 10 film series franchises is the Indiana Jones franchise. Yes, of course, the original 3 Indiana Jones films, The Raiders of the Lost Ark in 1981, the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, 84, and Last Crusade in 1989. Of course, in 2008, they had another movie with Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which didn't go down too well with a lot of people, but I enjoy all 4 films, and Indiana Jones as a character is amazing. You know, his action, adventure, and Harrison Ford playing him is fantastic. So that is my number 3 pick. My number 2 pick is the Back to the Future franchise. All 3 original films. Back to the Future is one of those classic and one of the great movies. You know, of course it stars Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lawrence. You know, great comedy, sci-fi adventure. You know, going back in time. And of course, with the DeLorean, the Doc Brown's time machine. It's a classic. You know, all 3 films. The Back to the Future, the second one, and of course the third one. The third one that a lot of people didn't tend to like too much either. But yes, it's one of my a great film series. So yes, Back to the Future, my number 2 pick. Now with my number 1 pick coming up. And my number 1 pick is the Star Trek film series. Of course, Star Trek is better known as with the TV series, with the 5 spin-offs, with the original series plus the other 4 spin-offs. But yes, I like the film series of Star Trek. All started way back in 1979 with the motion picture. Then you have the Wrath of Khan undisputed to a lot of people as the best Star Trek movie out there. Then you had Search the Spock, Voyage Home, The Final Frontier, The Unscuffed Country, the first original 6 films with the original crew. Then you had 4 movies with the Next Generation crew, Generation, First Contact, Insurrection, Nemesis. Then you got a new J.J. Abrams movies, with, of course, in 2009 with Star Trek, and next year with Star Trek Into the Darkness, called a remake, into an alternate, different universe of Star Trek. But I enjoy all the films. Yeah, some are better than others, but yes, Star Trek, yes, all the way, my number 1 favorite film series movie. So I hope you enjoyed these picks. If you don't agree with these picks, it's alright, don't leave. And what is your top 10 favourite film series? Again, a lot of these are ones that I have in my collection. There are a lot of other ones like Jurassic Park and certain other ones that I don't have in my collection. So maybe I may do this again this time next year and see if it's changed. So yes. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. And yes, if you feel to leave a comment underneath, and what's your favourite 10 films, even your favourite 10 film series. Thank you. So until next time, thank you for watching. See you later.